man. Welcome to the substance, man. Welcome to the substance. So what's up with the substance, man? I know you hurt and filled with chemical, man. So what's up with the substance, man? This new sun's being knocked your fans. So what's up with the substance, man?
Hey bro, you ready?
Chemical, man. So what's up with the substance?
All right.
I feel it when I used to, when I go to record in my home studio, I have to click the phantom power on for my microphone on my Scarlett interface. And so it's a little, there's like 4 different things I have to click, and it's become muscle memory now. But when I'm going, since I have my laptop set up to where I can see it when I'm in my closet and press record by myself, when I go out and I listen to it on my studio speakers, I have to click the phantom power off and then turn up the volume. And if I don't click the phantom power off for the microphone, sometimes crazy, and there'll be like a big building sound, and it's just like whoa, like turn down, blows everyone's ears.
Bro, I know. I have a fucking. Excuse me. I have like speakers in there too for the drum set.
Yeah.
And I forget sometimes because my computer tweaks out. I'm used to it always being muted, but sometimes it doesn't mute. And so as soon as I turn that thing on, I get a crazy feedback. It scares me, bro. I've been caught in so many feedback storms that I just scared the hell out of me.
Yeah. And so something that's happened too with that, I think it's 48 volt, 47 volt phantom power button. Sometimes I would do my songs and then I wouldn't do my ad libs or my highlights. Yeah. So you're aware with highlights and ad libs and everything.
Yeah.
You've made enough music. So
highlights would be like layers.
Yeah. Doing exaggerating the words that are rhyming. Yeah. Highlighting the rhyming words and then
the ends.
And then ad libs would be saying random stuff in between. And sometimes I'll forget to do that and I'll come through the next day. And I had to stop doing this because I would forget to turn on the phantom power for my microphone. And I would end up always going in and doing like a perfect ad lib through the whole song, like a 3-minute song, just doing
not even
boom, boom. Yep. And it happened to me like 6 songs in a row to the point where I started finishing all my songs in the same go, which is beneficial because I have the same energy. I don't have when I come back the next day, a different mindset or a different energy. So I'm still in the same energy, and I get it done right then and there. But yeah, there's definitely times that I've forgotten to click that button and turn it down, or I'll go to record and I left the volume on. So I was building my own home studio, learning everything the hard way, but you only have to learn it so many times before you...
Bro, and it'll probably happen again.
Right. But you create solutions for it, and normally... I'm happy it happens to me because now that I'm starting to have more people come into my studio and they're starting to work with me, I would rather have it happen to me than happen to someone else. Like, I don't know, when you're recording in Pro Tools, the buffer rate, the HW buffer rate. You want it, lower so you don't have latency and stuff. Mm-hmm. I do like the 201. When I was messing with a file, because I wear both mixing and mastering hats in one session. I don't bounce my mixes into a WAV file and open it up into another session and do the mastering, which I should because my CPU is maxing out all the time. Yeah. But with that said, I'm kind of losing my train of thought. Sorry about that.
Mastering.
You
just do it all on the same project. You don't
sometimes it's it does way too much, or it takes a lot burden on your computer. So I increased the buffer rate to 1,000 something, so just so I can hear it and make a little change. And then I wasn't aware. This just happened to me 2 days in a row, 2 songs in a row just recently. I wasn't aware that whenever you increase or decrease, when you change the buffer rate, it stays the same in every project that you open up after. So I ended up recording on 1,000 buffer rate, and it caused this latency in my songs. I might be able to take everything and move it back a slight hair, but that's like a headache to try and think about doing all that.
That was the problem I was having in Logic, is that when you save a template, it carries the files with it. So it carries all that information.
Right.
And so it's always a latency. Always. I hate it. Not because it doesn't take me much to move it back.
Right.
It's the fact that the recording was perfect.
Yeah.
Now I'm putting it in an imperfect spot because it's like I have to trust. Game. Yeah.
And yeah, it's a complete guessing
Like, does it
game.
sound good? That's what you have to go off of. And
right.
sometimes the artist doesn't even know where they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh man, it makes me pay attention even more. Like, okay, they rapped on the clap.
Right.
Boom.
But yeah, I'll show you the 2 songs that I did after this, because I have them both, and you can just tell. When you have a music ear, you can tell something. My punch-ins are just slightly off. They're there, but the latency was so high, it just took a long time for the microphone to pick up my voice. So I think I might just scrap them. And they were songs that I kind of created.
You want to scrap them?
I'm going to redo them completely.
Oh, okay.
I think so. I'm going to go in and I'm going to attempt to move them all back and see if I can just get the punch-ins to sound cool. But
it'd probably just be the vocals that's off, huh?
Yeah, the vocals are just off
just highlight everything
and just move it back a tiny bit. Yeah.
Until it sounds good.
But the thing was, I was noticing it a little bit. I record with myself on mute, so I don't even hear myself. So I don't need no preset templates or auto-tune or anything, because I record with myself on mute. So I wasn't able to hear that latency that was happening because I record myself on mute. But then I would go out, listen to it on the things, and notice, why isn't that punching in like I feel like it should? So I was going in and noticing different parts and moving them a little bit. So I think since I moved a bunch of different little parts, if I go in and grab the whole thing and move it, some of the parts might be off still, since I didn't have them all in the same position. So I'm gonna go and try, but if it seems like it's a headache, I can now record the whole song in one take, highlights in one take, ad-libs in one take. So it really only takes me 15 minutes to record the whole song. Mm-hmm. So, and since those songs were kind of fresh, I was learning how to sing it inside of the studio. I was literally redoing it, like, should I say it like this or say it like this? So now that I've had a couple days to sit on it, and
so do you practice your songs before you record?
Yes and no. So like,
it depends.
Yeah,
some people will practice it for a few days before they record.
Right.
You know, or some people just are in the moment type of vibe. You know.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, I wrote it now. I'm gonna hit it.
Yeah. So I'm more of the write it down, since I was a perfectionist, and practice it. But then I've recently learned some of my best stuff has been coming from just being in the studio with new people, and they're like, hey, just get on freestyle on the mic for me, and then I did a crazy chorus off the top of my head. I'll show you that one after this too. And it just blew my mind. I was like, oh, so I can just pick up and freestyle something and it sounds great. Mess with it a little bit.
Some people just freestyle and punch in.
Punch in. Like Lil Wayne and stuff. I know they're pretty crazy about just going off off top of their head, and then
Babytron does that too. I've seen him do it.
Right.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or even Dave Blunt's on Black Boy Max on his live stream, man, just to see how other artists work. And it's crazy, man. It's inspiring, to see how talented people are.
Yeah. I'm super open to pretty much every form of music making. Sometimes I make the beat first, and then I will write something right to it. Most of the time I like to freestyle and then keep what freestyle, like write it down and then build off of that. So normally it will kind of start off with like a Snapchat freestyle, and I'm like, wow, that was really catchy. Let me just build off of that. So some of my best music has been just some freestyles
from ideas.
Yeah, I record them on my voice memos. So
yeah, bro, that's
definitely awesome. A huge tip to everyone is recording your melodies, the way you want to rap verses, anything, even humming, just do 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 do, and then you can create the words later. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get it. It's like, that's how Red Hot Chili Peppers make their music. They just hum and they make different melodies, and then they'll go in and plug different words as they can to create the entire song. So
yeah, bro, it's pretty crazy. I had a friend who did that. He'd go on voice memos, sing a hook, sing a melody, hum it, come back to the studio and perfect it. You know?
Yeah. If you,
it's all math at the end of the day too. So it's like you said, you could just hit that melody with a hum and plug it in with words that are also
right
aligning with the vibe.
Right.
You know, like how bring that poetry to the melodic aspect. You know?
The hum itself you might want to keep that and put that on the mic.
Yeah,
that's what I haven't been doing, but need to, because a lot of the things I'll be humming and whistling, and I'll go and try and replicate that sound with a different whistle or something, but it doesn't really come out how I had it. So I'm thinking I need to use my microphone to record myself as an instrument more. But that'll be fun. That'll be fun to work with.
That's a good concept. I'm glad you mentioned that, because I think one thing I noticed about how people used to record music back in the day is that they're really just capturing a moment in time.
Right.
Music really is a time capsule. If you listen to, music from the 30s and the 40s and stuff, when it was just a microphone in the room.
Right.
That was it.
Right.
It hung.
Yeah.
And depending how the microphones, Polaroided or whatever I hope that's the right term.
I know what you're talking about.
Like however it's picking up the sound in whatever direction they have the band stationed.
Right.
But I think we get so caught up in just rapping into the mic, we forget to be in the moment, in the room with the mic.
Yeah. Speaking of being in the moment, thank you for having me. My first podcast.
Yeah, man. OGLazyGo, everybody.
Yes.
Know Your Substance podcast.
Thank you, T Pills.
We're live.
Yes, and we'll be having that event on July 20th together.
Yes, sir.
That is going to be fun.
Dude, I'm excited.
I am also.
I haven't done a show in a while, so.
Right on. So I have the DJ X4. I'm really bad with the DJ controller names, but I have the little $400 Pioneer DJ turntable. So I don't know if you have stuff that you want to bring, or if you want to come over. Mm-hmm. We could set up my controller with my computer and everything, or if you bring your laptop.
I'll just bring my laptop and then.
Cool.
Because at the day of, I'll probably actually just bring my turntables, but to mess around,
Cool. What turntables do you use? You got
Pioneer.
Pioneers as well.
SRT 1000s. That case right back there.
Nice.
And then I have these turntables right here.
Yeah. So I'm sure yours is the upgraded version of mine. Yeah. Okay. Well, we will have it's a rental. Event rental service place that's on our side. The guy's coming on Saturday to do shout out my buddy Michael Gall is going to be coming to do one of my vibe sessions where we create a song and I don't charge him, and we pretty much do everything from scratch. On Saturday he's going to come, and he's the one that shouted out saying hey, you know what, I run the rental event service. Let me know if you need anything from lights, smoke machines, tables, shade providers, all that stuff. So he's coming over and he's going to hook me up. He said he could build a house from the scratch up, so he's like, I'll come over and I'll really put together something cool for you for cheap. And then I also told him I'll trade barter. I would love to barter with him and trade my services on top of paying him. If he is actually taking music seriously, I'll give him, this is what I'm doing with my videographer, trading studio time, beats, and sound engineering for whatever they can provide.
Oh yeah, that's the best way to do it, bro. And that's how you start building a team and building community. And you don't have to worry about payment.
Right.
Just, being mindful, obviously, but, it makes you better as an engineer, makes them better as a videographer and artist and all that stuff. So that's a good thing you got going.
I don't know if you've met official IZ yet. IZ, he's been doing a lot of my videography.
I think I saw the video.
Okay.
You at the G spot.
I think he just followed you a little bit ago. He was at my house. So
probably
you'll have to check him out. He'll be performing at my show as well. He was over for about an hour before I came here, and we threw on 3 or 4 beats, and we were just on the new Bow system I got in my garage, and we smoked a couple loose leaves, and then we ended up banging out 3 or 4 verses and some hooks right there within the hour. And then since I had to wrap it up to come here, I told him we'll end up going and completing it later. But it's cool to be able to do that and help people grow, and then them helping me with videography gets their name out there as well. So it's just full circle.
Yeah, bro, videography, that's a different beast.
Yeah, I don't know if you've heard of PD 209. He's out here, and he's doing. I told him about you as well. He's really big in the videography and branding and stuff like that. He's been doing it for years. So he was the at my event there was 2 videographers there, and so it was IZ and PD knows. I'm not sure. You probably would know the DJ's name. I'm not really sure what the name is, but he has some artists here that are on some like good vibes type of music, and some DJs as well that he think would be good to collab at the Sanctuary. So like sick. Nice. Love having more. And I don't know if you're ever interested in do you have an interest in actually performing your music?
I do for sure. But bro, I've been so caught up in everything else. Right.
And you're still teaching and stuff.
That they're all old songs.
Right.
And some of them slap, but don't.
No, I got you.
But, bro, it's not motivating for me right now. I feel like I would be doing the art a disservice if I'm not focused on it.
Do you make your own beats?
Oh, yeah, dude. I still make my own beats. But I really haven't recorded a song and released it in a long time. I just dropped the whole project, probably back in January. Yeah. And I didn't tell anybody because I haven't really wanted to, I want to, but I want to take the time and market it and all that stuff. But at the same time, I'm like, these songs are old. This is 2022. Right. This is 2021. What am I?
You don't feel it really resembles what you're current.
I wasn't even a teacher yet. You know what I mean? So I'm like, and I still want to put my old stuff out just for shits and giggles, but I need to really sit down and really identify what I want to do. Yeah, I got to be more mindful and strategic at this point because I got a lot more eyes. You know, even though I haven't been making a lot of music or producing too much, my connections have grown so much that it's like I have an audience to feed. Yeah, I need to know. I need to be ready to cook. Right. You know, I can't just microwave something. Yeah. You know what I mean?
You gotta be in the zone.
I ain't trying to do no TV dinners. I actually want to sit down, be mindful, maybe get some real instruments in here. Yeah. To get some other producers. And even if I'm not just rapping, at least I'm producing it and having a vision, you know?
Right. Do you have a certain type of music you would actually want to go into?
Oh, yeah. West Coast funk.
Yeah.
Freaking West Coast funk, old school vibes, you know.
Yeah, I look forward to listening to more of your
But I like the
music,
turn up stuff too. You know what I mean? I like Kendrick's new album with those type of beats, which are really just, you know, Northern California drill beats inspired, you know. Right.
I think the country music I've been making, which is like a subgenre hip hop still, because every beat I make seems to have a hip hop vibe to it, even if I'm singing, because all I've produced is hip hop beats since COVID, since I began picking up MPC. But I think it's the singing music. I have some punk rock, Red Hot Chili Peppers type vibes and some funk music as well. I also have some reggae that I'm just dying to get out. So I think it's these other genres that will actually probably get me more attention than anything else. And it doesn't sound like a complete switch over. You hear my what I call my hyphy hip hop, and then you hear my reggae. You hear everything that I'm doing. Like I said, since I've been making hip hop beats to them, it doesn't sound like a complete change up. You're not going to be like, oh, wow, it really seems like this guy has.
It's just more inspired.
Yeah. So it's a little bit of all the genres coming together, which is cool. I've heard some people say don't change your genre, but I feel like they're just limiting themselves.
Yeah, it just depends. You know what I mean? It depends on the perspective as you look at it. If you're going to be from a rap artist going into a country artist, that's a pretty big jump. But if you're a rap artist,
Post did it pretty damn
collaborating with a country artist, you could still stay in your lane and they're in their lane and they help bridge a new sound. Right. Look at Big X, bro. Right. He's collaborated with almost every country artist I can think of now.
Yeah, very true.
I don't know if he'll eventually go into that singing. Right. But I don't see why he wouldn't.
Yeah. I can see him and Jelly Roll singing some shit together.
You know what I mean? he can do that, and it's not too late for him to actually get a voice for it.
Yeah, and look at Post. He went straight country after.
Yeah, bro. Post Malone has had the craziest,
amazing run,
bro.
He said it. He said it like 10 years ago too, which is amazing. He said, "In 10 years from now, I'm making country music." So that was the coolest part. Is it's like, hey, he gave the world a heads up too.
Yeah, bro.
And he's definitely opened up the floodgates to the music that I've been making. Because I'm not seeing my my country. I'm singing more country, but it really just doesn't have the country vibe because, again, like I said, I make hip hop beats.
Yeah.
So even if I put a guitar in there and stuff, like the 808 is just hidden and it's just like.
But bro, that's what they're doing in country already.
Right. So I think I'll be welcomed with open arms, is my point.
Most of the time they're doing like country pop trap beats.
And
like the trap beats sound
more
pop.
and more trap and pop as the day goes by.
But that's that South, you can't get away from that trap.
And I love it. I can't even lie. Yeah,
nah, bro, it's interesting.
Was it Churchill or Upchurch? Upchurch was like one of the first people who did like country rap.
Really?
Yeah, and he was one of the big ones to break it before.
Was it Dirt Road Anthem or something?
Something like that. I'm not even the biggest fan.
My dad's a big country fan, so he used to send me stuff when they started rapping.
When they started doing that, yeah.
They're just to me it just sounded like they're like singing real fast,
Right.
They'd be like, "Go on down to the farms on down."
Yeah.
It's cool though. It's crazy to see it grow.
And the country fans, my God, dude, you can't. Yeah, you don't get
That's
more
a huge audience.
You get packed out shows.
I like country music, man.
Me too. Morgan Wallen is insane.
Yeah, bro. There's a lot of talented artists, and they're good people. They're real good people.
I look forward to meeting a lot of them. I really do. Because I know that since my whole point of making music is to help people from the dark part of life into a better light, I know for a fact it's only a matter of time. I know the devil is trying to, especially now right before I have a chance of becoming a public figure, he is throwing everything he got to me and just really trying to cripple me and make me, I believe everyone has I'm reading a book right now called Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. He also wrote Think Rich, Grow Rich. But there's two selves. One self acts out of fear and one self acts out of faith. And when I smoke weed, this is the reason why I'm going to quit smoking weed again, is because when I smoke weed, I'm thinking too much and I'm acting at my faith. Not acting out of faith, I'm acting out of fear. Everything, I fear the unknown. The show that's coming up, I fear nobody's going to show up. I fear I just did a 10-minute set and I was exhausted. I'm about to do a 45-minute set to an hour set. It's going to be a lot. I might have to have some of my performers come and punch in after I do 5 songs, And it is what it is. It's my show. And that's what the best part is
if you realize after, like, you know what, next time we're going to do a little different. That's okay.
Really, it's just I'm not going to slow down on my set or shorten my set. I'm just going to crack down on the cardio and really get my shit into shape.
Cardio is super important, bro. If you ain't got no lungs or rhythm in your breathing, it's over, bro.
I quit smoking weed for a few weeks, about 3 weeks ago, and my cardio was so easy. It was amazing, and I was so confident about my show and everything. And then I started smoking weed for a couple weeks again, and it's just I'm over here just back in my old ways of fear instead of acting out of faith. So I'm strongly believing this is the hardest part of my entire life right now, just because the devil knows I'm going to be able to influence people in a lot of good ways. And this kind of goes back to the reason why I brought it up is there's going to be people out there that see that and want to meet me and gravitate towards me. So I don't have to try hard to meet the people I want to meet, because the cool people in this world that I actually have love for, even if I've only watched their podcast, Andrew Huberman, Joe Rogan, random people like that. Jay Shetty, he's a monk that runs a bunch of different people that I look forward to being on. And this being my first podcast it's making me realize I'm pretty comfortable with doing it.
Yeah, bro, it's easy. We're just talking. That's really all it is. Like, it was funny when I used to have the table. It was like more personable, but this one was like makes it feel more like a panel. But then it just kind of
Now you had a table at first with like someone sitting on both sides and stuff and doing it.
And I might bring that back, but like I don't know. Right now, I like this because it's cool. I make good reels.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
It's all about
true.
content.
Yeah. Very true.
You know. And right now, I'm just trying to perfect like one thing. That's my problem. Is I feel like I've been trying to wear all these multiple hats, and eventually you just burn yourself out and kind of go through an identity crisis.
Right.
And especially in an industry that's very saturated with everything you're trying to be, you got to try to be the best at least one before you can move on to the next. So,
you know what? That's what made me fall so much in love and get so much respect for Good Company and LaRussell in general, because he allowed me to see that I have everything that I need in myself. Like, I love LaRussell and Splash, the videographer. I love them all that I met. But to be honest, like, they showed me, and I needed them to show me this. So it's not that no disrespect saying this, but I don't need any of them. I don't need no one. Like, it's just myself. Like, LaRussell is the person. I have the energy and passion like LaRussell. Like, seeing him, like, oh, it really just takes that one person to really want to rock the fucking stage and not stop. Even if only 5 people show up, even if it's just me, my wife, you, and 2 other, my little brother. I already know there's going to be. My wife thinks there's going to be 100 to 200. I think there's going to be 25 to 50. So who knows?
But bro, you just can't put expectations on things.
Right.
When you put expectations on things,
you get disappointed.
Right. Because say you do expect 120, 120, but there's only 80.
Yeah.
You're going to forget the fact that there was 50 more. Really, you know what I mean? You never know. And that's where networking and connecting and being outside and making flyers and doing all that other stuff, you got to promote.
It's going to help a lot.
You know, marketing that's why I really haven't done a show in a while, because of the legwork it takes to do the marketing, to do the promotion, to be outside, to try and talk to people, to get them to go, to convince them.
Right.
And it's kind of hard out here because it's, you know, a lot of people really don't go out of their way for underground artists, you know?
No, for sure. Yeah, luckily I have built... We'll see how it goes, but I've built a lot of love, and I got a lot of fans that have just been waiting for me to do this. So I feel like even if the first couple shows, all of them don't just pop out the woodwork, I've already sold like 10 gold cards for as low as 200 and as much as like 400. So like these people are...
Explain the gold card thing real quick.
Yeah, so the gold card is you can, for a one-time purchase, you'll be able to bring a +1 to every event that I throw. It has to be held by me. I have to be hosting it. Like when I go and perform at the G-Spot and other different locations, if I'm not hosting it, then you'll have to be $5 fee, whatever it is. But for my events that I'm doing at the Sanctuary, I'm calling my venue that I built the Sanctuary. That's actually from Mac Miller, rest in peace. He called his studio the Sanctuary. He'd like to have a place of peace, and so I love that and love Mac. So I ended up taking that and I'm running with it. But with the Sanctuary shows, and if I end up booking and hosting any event at any other venue, then gold card members can come and bring a +1, and then they also get access into the VIP room that I have, which is my garage, and they'll be able to hang out with it's also the green room for band members. We'll have dartboards in there, foosball, little entertainment, as well as a fridge full of extra drinks and snacks, and then they'll be able to meet, like I said, the band members and artists that are going to be performing as well. So that'll be a little plus for them. But yeah, it's offer based, so I haven't set it up yet haven't set up an official page like LaRussell has, but through Google Forms I can set it up to where people can go in, put in their name, put in an offer, it sends it to me, and then I can go in and accept the offer if I think that's the right amount, and then they'll end up getting a gold card. I actually have mine. I'll show you after this. It's I may have already showed you at one of the shows. Huh?
Yeah, so the LaRussell's gold card.
Yeah, little. I plan to actually make a gold card itself to give to people, and I'll end up asking LaRussell. Especially now that he said he's going to come perform at one of the shows.
Oh wow!
I'm definitely going to ask him little things like that's one of the best parts about having connections in a good company. If it's merch, if it's production, Mike G, the producer of I was just talking to him, and I was like, hey bro, I just want to shoot you a little dough to come vibe at the Good Company compound and where he lives, and I want to just pay you for a couple hours of your time to just come and soak in some game. And he's like, oh yeah bro. And I did the same thing earlier. I paid him just to listen to some of my music, and he threw me some kits and stuff too.
Oh, that's awesome,
game
man.
me up. So it's cool just having the resources.
Yeah, bro, that's an important part
priceless.
of community. You know what I mean?
Right.
And when you know, are genuine and the people are genuine back, they just want to see people succeed. And, you know, that's what's inspiring me about LaRussell and Good Company and everybody
Right.
he's involved with is how he builds his community, how he nourishes it, and the vision he has for it. When I went to that first show, bro, I was so impressed. Like, I saw it online.
Yeah.
But until you're really there,
Right.
like, you don't know.
Yeah.
LaRussell and his journey, and to see how genuine he's maintained. Not to say like some artists like turn into ingenuine,
Right.
But like I had a friend. He's like, oh, I'm gonna go see LaRussell, and I had only known of LaRussell through P-Lo's song again.
Yeah.
This was what 2021, 2022.
Right.
And I was like, where you seen him in? Oh, San Francisco. You pay what you want. You know, you could pay $5, you could pay 20, and he kind of broke it down.
Proud to pay. It's Nipsey Hussle's blueprint.
And I was like, that is crazy.
Yeah, right.
And then to see it grow to now. And
Yeah.
I've watched his interviews online about, I watched his interviews about his business model and all that
Yeah.
stuff. And it's amazing, bro.
Right.
It's amazing how you can kind of just bet. I don't want to say bet against, but you know what I mean? Like, because, some people pay 5, some people pay 10, but then there's that one person that pays 100.
Right.
So, you're betting on, like, the genuine, like, people who are genuinely, like, appreciative of the art and
Yeah.
willing to support.
Yeah.
Because when you limit your price and,
Yeah. And
you're limiting your art and what people value it as.
Right. And the beauty is he went from Proud to Pay to offer based through whatstba.com, a black owned technology that he helped fund and create. But you can now do offer based tickets through What's TBA. And with that, you can accept the highest paying you can accept the highest paid ones, and then if you want, you can fill the venue with dollar tickets after. And then, like he's even said, people have came up to him that have paid $1 at the end of the show and gave him 100 and said, hey, I should have paid more. The show was amazing. So
yeah,
it's pretty cool to be able to see that. And that's how I found out about LaRussell too, is just watching his podcast. I was reading books from the rapper Russ, not LaRussell, but Russ, and his 2 self-help books worked wonders for me. And then I watched every podcast he had, and then during the Breakfast Club podcast, he brought up LaRussell. And then when I found out, and he was like, man, you think I'm on some independent shit? LaRussell is like 10 times what I'm doing. And so I went and looked into LaRussell, barely, like, man, I haven't been listening to him for more than like 8 months, dude.
Oh, wow.
I barely just found out about him, like right when he did that Marshawn Lynch stunt, and I seen Splash, the videographer, running through the field, and I was like, that's crazy. And so and through Russ's books, Russ is like talking about how he reached out to, and I think LaRussell did this too. They reached out to people in the credits of like Vivo and different music videos, and like Russ was just hitting up a person from that was in LA that was running one of the music platforms there, and they were just really hitting up everyone they could, even the people in the credits that weren't really big named. And so
just willing to work.
That's how LaRussell got on to Vivo in New York, is he hit up one of the people that was just like a sound engineer in the credits of one of the things, and he ended up flying him out. Or I think LaRussell actually had to spend all of his money to go and fly out there and take that shot, but that's what got him his first bit of fame. And so I ended up doing that same thing. It's not like I was plotting and trying, I didn't have any bad intentions behind anything, but I was like, hey, I'm gonna do the same thing. Who's around LaRussell that I can tap into?
Yeah.
And I seen Splash, the videographer, and I was like, this guy is amazing. He did the crazy video. He's the only videographer that I've ever seen do something crazy to where I was like, that goes in like the Hall of Fame. Like the stunt he did running around to capture Marshawn Lynch and LaRussell's reenactment of Marshawn Lynch on that. was amazing. Yeah, he was like laying down, dying and stuff after. So I ended up hitting him up, seeing if he would listen to my music for $50. He said, yes, I will. Do you just want my feedback? I said, yes, I want to pay good company to possibly perform at one of your shows. And I ended up 3 or 4 days past. I see he's doing an open hike with this guy named Adventurous Dre from the Bay Area. And so I ended up driving down there, meeting him, Splash, on the hike. Ended up, luckily, God's plan, having like a 30-minute heart-to-heart with him. And then, long story short, he told me I should invest in a good company gold card because my energy, like we were talking about, the LaRussell energy in person is just different. He was like, your energy is crazy in person, and so you really just need to come to the shows. We don't have anyone that opens up, so you'll be handed the mic eventually. I've been to like 15 shows now, still haven't been handed the mic. I'm sure I could have forced it, but I didn't force anything, and they fell in love with me just because I got pulled up on the first performance by Splash, and I was just dancing and going dumb, and they fell in love with the character that I was before they even knew I made music. So it was amazing to be able to learn from LaRussell, then invest in the gold card, and then normally we don't say how much. I put a good amount into it. I'll just say that. I put a good amount into the gold card and I didn't even get anything back, so I upped it. And then I got a green light and a thumbs up. After I hit up LaRussell on DM and told him, hey, I offered this amount of money. Can I get it? Can I get a gold card? I hope I can. Join the family. Woo woo. And then I ended up getting accepted. And then during my Kickstarter event to open up the sanctuary in the back of my backyard in downtown Modesto, I was about 1,000 off. And I messaged him 2 days left in the 30-day run and said, hey man, I'm like 65%, trying to raise $2,500. Can you just share my Kickstarter event? And then he ended up, and then something told me, man, LaRussell's going to give you $1,000. Like, he's really going to give you $1,000. And this is like after I went to like 8 or 9 shows. So LaRussell has met me. He's came up to me after the shows. I was going to a lot of them alone. You came to a couple of them with me. And LaRussell came up and he was just like, man, I really love your energy. So I've known him at this point, or he at least knows of me. And so he ended up giving me the $1,000 and sharing my Kickstarter, which got a lot of motion. A lot of other people started giving me respect as soon as that happened. And then now at my most recent, my first performance that I did at the G-Spot in Turlock, he ended up seeing my performance, commented a bunch of flexing arms saying he wants to come and perform at my spot now. And I even had a moment a month prior to this asking him, hey, I'm going to perform my first show in my own backyard. Is there any problems I should expect? And so he was like, oh, you're doing your own show? Like, nah, there's no problem you should expect. Like, the energy you bring is what you're gonna get, pretty much. And
straight up. And
so that was amazing. So I knew I was kind of on the map with him. He invested $1,000. I reminded him I'm doing my first show. Then he seen the show. Said he said he wants to come perform at the crib. So then that morning, I woke up and I wasn't gonna go to the Great America concert of his because my wife couldn't go. So I ended up seeing LaRussell comment on my thing, and I immediately packed my bags. I think I even hit you up.
Yeah,
I hit you up, and I was just last second like, hey, man, I guess I'm going to Great America.
Yeah.
And I got to go talk to him in person, and I really only got to talk to him for a few seconds after the show. And I was just like, I went to give him a hug, and I was like, hey, man, I'm going to send you those pictures, because he asked me, hey, send me pictures of everything you have at your venue. So I was like, okay, I'm going to send you those pictures, man, like you asked for. And he was just like, come on. He's like, I got to perform one at your crib now. So that officially, I got it on Instagram, and then I got it in person too. So I know he's coming. And I went and talked to Splash, and Splash was like, hey, you performed for your first time last night? And I was like, yeah, man, I fucking killed it too. Everybody loved me. It was amazing. But even better, LaRussell said he's going to come perform one at my crib now. And then Splash was like, bro, this is crazy. He's like, to see you going from just a supporter of good company to becoming a part of us is nuts. And it really didn't hit me until my drive home, and I was like, Splash just said I'm a part of good company. Like, let's go.
That's cool, bro.
Let's go. So it's only a matter of time, bro. I know LaRussell's got like next couple months. He's He's got a couple things going on. He's gonna be in Hawaii when I'm doing my show. He's got the Hawaii show on the July 19th.
That's sick, Hawaii show.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't afford to go out to Hawaii right now. So I'm gonna be doing my own show the next day. I gotta invest my money into my own stuff. But
no, yeah, for sure, bro.
Only a matter of time before he's back there.
That's an amazing, man.
And then we'll have another podcast about how much things have grown, and it's gonna be fucking amazing.
Yeah, bro, that's sick, man. Well, congratulations on taking those risks, you know, and submersing yourself.
Yeah,
because that's what it's really about, is you know, submersing yourself in an environment with the community, and then appreciating and, you know, eventually becoming a part of that community.
And dude, I'm in debt, bro. I put money that should have went to credit card debt, and my wife told me, no, let's invest this in the good company gold card, because this is what you need. And then getting that $1,000 back from him, and then I went to 15 shows with a lot of plus ones, and VIP tickets are $100 now.
I mean, you saved money at the end of the day.
Yeah, dude, I really made money back. So it's like kind of mind blowing that I did take those risks, and it hurt us. It hurt us to spend my taxes on a gold card, but it's priceless now. Even Zandario, little kid with dreads, who I think he was at the. I'm pretty sure he was at one of the ones that we went to, but he's got little dreads. I'll have you follow his Instagram now.
Okay.
His dad name is Rio, and he does a lot of the videography. But his son he's one of the main like Good Company babies, and he's making a lot of hip hop as well now.
That's
just
cool.
like Avery, and he's performing at our show.
Oh, that's
so he'll
sick.
be there. So he'll be there as well as some of the Bay Area
that's
people.
So cool.
So we're gonna have some of the Good Company babies performing July 20th on Sunday.
That's cool, man. That's cool that people are willing to come out here.
Yeah,
for
so you tell
fame.
everyone you know, proud to pay. It's all good. They come up with $1 if they. I don't know if I should do a limit to tickets, and we should like start. Should I do a cap? A cap on how many tickets I should sell for the first one, or should I just see?
No. I mean, unless you feel like you're over 100. Until then, you know, I wouldn't. Yeah. Why not? See what the universe brings you.
Just be open.
And then adjust from there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You should definitely be mindful of, you know, but like LaRussell told you, bro, whatever the energy you put out is what you're going to get. And I've learned that through DJing, bro.
Yeah.
Like, if you're playing crap music that's negative and facilitating negativity, and people want to hurt themselves.
People are glorifying.
People are banging on each other to it.
Yeah.
What do you think's gonna happen at a house party?
Right, yeah. That's why
bro, I seen the craziest thing one time, and my homie was DJing, and he started playing some song. I'm not gonna say the artist, but like some crazy song.
Yeah.
And bro, people just started getting hot. And I told him, I was like, bro, you gotta change the song now. I don't care if it sounds like a crappy transition.
Yeah, do a bad fade out,
10 seconds. Bro, as soon as he did it, it was like sunshine. I came through the clouds. It was like the clouds lifted and the sunshine. It was like mushrooms, you know, when you start tripping and then you're like in a good vibe. And
no kidding, huh?
I was like, what did that happen? It was like that, bro. And that's how powerful music is.
Right.
And if you're putting on that type of music and you're putting on that type of energy and inviting those type of people on that type of time, that's what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
But like, bro, I mean, you were at the G Spot. You saw the energy and the vibe, man. Shout out to G Spot, bro.
Yeah, shout out to G Spot.
They have been doing such a great job with their shows. Yeah. And to see them grow when there was no stage, you know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
They've been doing an amazing job.
Yeah, I didn't know what to expect because that was my first time.
Yeah, man. Yeah. They've been doing it for a minute. They're sick. They're good people.
I forget the name of the lady who was like running it, but she was really cool to me, and she also told me that she would help like advertise and show love for my my events and everything too. And dude, especially it was so crazy, bro, just to wake up to LaRussell. I mean, I did direct message him, like he's not following me,
but it's
like,
nice to be heard.
Yes, exactly.
And it's nice to be validated, you know, from somebody you look up to, and that is inspiring. Yeah, and then he's very inspiring.
Yeah, he gave me the $1,000 for my backyard show, and then I told him I'm gonna be doing shows, and he's brought me up on stage to dance and like have fun at his shows. Like we definitely love each other. Like even when he met my wife, he's like, I love this guy, and so, like, so I've gotten a lot of love. I knew I was on his radar, but to have him say, I'm going to come perform at one of your shows, like it's like, bro, it doesn't matter if I want to become rich or famous or not anymore. Like, it's going to happen. Like, having LaRussell perform in my backyard, and I just happen to be a really great performer, have a lot of talent. I do my own sound engineering, production, all that. I know I might sound cocky and conceited, but I've earned this through hard blood, sweat, and beers, bro. A lot of hard work. I'm very happy and confident in what I can do now. And, like, the way I'm able to rock I shout out to everyone at G-Spot. It was an amazing performance by every single person, but, like, that was my first performance, and I was told by, you know, a lot of people, like, dude, your performance was crazy. Like, I even got called, like, by PD, who does a lot of stuff for a lot of people. He called me up a couple of days later and was like, bro, like, honestly, I didn't even know that we, like, had someone like you in the 209, bro. Like, I'm trying to help out and all research. So it's like, it's amazing to have people hit me up and, like, actually tell me, like, and it was just my first performance, and I really felt like I've been doing it my whole life, but I really have been envisioning. Shout out Joe Dispenza, Dr. Joe Dispenza, in his book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. It talks about the quantum first and really projecting energies and living. Like, I've been in my backyard envisioning it full of people and me on stage doing it, and I've been really feeling the feeling that I would have after I went through it, and how grateful I feel. I've been really living in it. So my biology has actually been changing, because whenever you think of something, your mind doesn't know if it's actually happening or not. So I'm over here you're really changing myself and programming myself to be open up to it. So whenever I was at the performance and I was like telling people, like, man, put your fingers up, like, I've been at within reaching distance of so much fame, Mike Jones, all these people that I've been meeting this year through LaRussell, and so I'm just like, oh, not only is this what I'm made for, I have envisioned myself in front of thousands and thousands of people, and I'm like, get no stage fright, but I'm actually, like, really reinforcing it with going out and being around good company. So good companies help me in so many ways.
Well, that's what happens when you surround yourself with, you know, good company.
Dude, for real. It's
true though, bro, because
for real.
You gotta think, like, everybody's got their own frequency, and you're facilitating a community. Yes. You guys are all part of that same frequency in one way or another. Right. And, you know, it's like breeds more of that same frequency. It's like a beacon, you know what I mean? Like a magnet. Yeah. And that's all what each human being is. We're all magnets of what we attract, what we put out, what we produce. Whatever you do out, it comes back. Right. You know what I mean? So you got to be very mindful of your energy. And when you are building a community, you have to, like, I mean, it's going to happen naturally, to be honest. That's why people, you know, you hate to see friends come and go and all that stuff. But, like, sometimes, you know, it's like people are on a different frequency.
Yeah. It's like Snoop Dogg said, too. He says, you start gaining knowledge and you start out-gapping your friends. And there's two things that can happen. You can lower yourself back down to where you don't want to be in order to meet them, or that they can grow and they can grow and come up to you. And so if you don't, that's just how you gap people in life. And I've even had this discussion with my wife. Love her to death. I'm going to be with her forever because we talk about things like this. I'm like, hey, I'm reading a lot of books. I'm kind of like, in knowledge, I'm gapping you a little bit. It just, like, I'm seeing, you think that we have problems, but really there's these simple solutions. So when you read these books, like, if I try and tell her something, but then she goes and reads it's different. When she reads the book herself, she's like, oh, you're so right, you know? Yeah. But, like, I'm lucky to have a wife that holds me down, but someone who isn't insecure to the point where I can't have, like, I can have full conversations with her and tell her, this is what I feel is needed. Like, in order for us to not grow apart, I want us to look through the same life, through the same lens. If we disagree, then fine. Yeah. But I want us to let's just read these same books I've been reading. I don't read books. I listen to audiobooks. I buy the physical book. I can't
finish a book to save my life right now.
I got physical books on my shelf, and I'll look at them to speak to me in my studio, but I don't actually open the physical books. But so I'm this is a new thing for me that's happened in the last couple of years. And my wife's only 27, I'm 31. So I'm telling her, like, look, like, this switch flipped on me where I'm so enlightened. I know I have complete control of my life, and it happened to me at 30. You're at 27, so it normally doesn't happen to someone unless they go through really tragic events, and then they start realizing, oh, the life I'm living is much more miserable than me facing my fear. I don't want to face my fear because that sucks and it's uncomfortable, but not facing my fear has made me grown so bad that I have to go do the alternative. And
eventually you hit that point, that wall, and you're like, there's only one way to get past the swallow, and you got to go through it.
Yeah, and she started reading some audiobooks, and we came to a great understanding, and we now are on such amazing page. So really, communication is everything when it comes to, especially if you're married and we're happily married. We didn't get married because we had kids. We don't have kids. We want to have kids, and it's after I go on my first tour. So like, I take music very seriously because I'm like, I want to have a child.
Yeah,
but
bro.
Right now,
we're young, man. We're young.
Yeah, I'm still. You got some. I got some years on you, right? You're in your 20s, mid 20s, 24.
Yeah, well, it was 4 years.
Yeah, for sure. I swear, just as soon as
but
I
it
hit
does
30,
matter though.
As soon as I hit 30 and I realized I was just starting to lighten up some hair in the front, I was like, oh, so I'm gonna go bald before I man up and do what I'm supposed to do, and literally. I just had to quit Crystal Creamery. Well, I got fired. Let's just say I quit. I ended up losing that job. Thank God. And it is what it is. I'm
that's
not
just
like,
part of losing the frequency of something that doesn't serve you.
Yeah, I don't look bad at it. Like, oh, F those guys. No, I chose to be at that job. If it was toxic or not, that's me who chose to be there. And it did help me fund all of my music equipment and everything. So it's all good. Shout out to Chris Creamery and everybody who works there. Much love, guys. Just not the job for me. Yeah. I respect every hard labor worker, but I just can't break my back and neck when I want to dance and go dumb and perform.
Well, yeah, bro. That's what you want to do. That's your substance.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? The energy, the vibe, the community.
I told my wife I love my family and everything, but I don't feel bad for saying this anymore, especially after I've read a few books that have made me realize this. There are people in life that their mission is the most important thing in life. Like for me, like it's music or die trying, and I don't just say that. Like I will go starve to death if like trying to make my music work. And luckily, I'm not going to lose my wife because we talk about things and we work shit out. But I'm willing to go to any ends and lose everything if I have to through music. It's just some realization I've had recently over the past couple of years. But I'm like, this is what I'm here for. I can't wait to have kids and have all this stuff and be amazing. But like, I know I'm here to make music. It's not just because I love music and want to hear it boom bap. No, I've actually had people come up to me and say I've saved their lives through my energy that I've given them. So I've already done my job. I've already won. I've already saved people from killing themselves with my music and my positive vibe. So that's what I'm here for. So it's like, I'm here on a mission. I don't call myself a prophet, but I'm telling you what, I have some Lord's work to do.
We're all beacons of light. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're all light workers. That's what it's called.
I love that. Light workers.
Yeah, that's a term that they use in that new age stuff. No, bro, that's
a good
cool.
Song name, light workers.
No, yeah, for real.
I'll have to do that one.
Everybody here on Earth is, born with a purpose. Everything was written before we were born. That's what I believe, at least.
Yeah.
And I'll take my sunglasses off for this. But like, everybody was born with a purpose, man. We're all light workers at the end of the day. Some light is brighter than others because we know how to amplify it. You know what I mean? So
right.
That's amazing that you were able to kind of find this calling, because I remember when it first called me when I was like 18.
Yeah.
It was a result of a mushroom trip, but don't get me wrong, like it was a very enlightening moment.
Yeah.
Because I realized like I was already kind of doing music, but I was like, whatever. It really wasn't until that moment where I was like, it doesn't matter what I do in life. I need something to leave behind.
Right. Yeah, 100%.
Like our ancient ancestors did with all these monuments.
Right.
Something to leave behind for people to learn and grow with.
Some markings in stone.
Something to keep amplifying the frequency of a positive frequency on this planet, And I feel like since then,
so shrooms that did it to you, huh?
Oh yeah,
shrooms got you on the connection.
Bro. You have to, bro. You got to tap into the universe sometimes, and when you're doing it, in that essence, I was doing it very obnoxiously, but with that comes,
lessons.
Yeah, the lessons, and the realization of like,
right.
This is what you're messing with.
Yeah.
This is life.
Yeah.
Either nut up or shut up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's brought me on this journey to this moment right here.
Right.
And I've loved every moment of it. And then even being a teacher, bro, been a great experience because I feel like it kind of aligns with that same that same thing.
Yeah.
You know, you couldn't have told me that back then, but it still does.
Right.
At the end of the day, what I wanted to leave behind, it still aligns.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's amazing.
So, yeah, bro, it's so crazy. Like, once you really get that feeling, that calling, and that energy, that burst.
Mine was ecstasy.
And you have to keep that fired up, bro.
Yeah.
Have to keep it fired up by surrounding yourself by like-minded people. Keep yourself inspired.
And I realized recently that, you know what, if all life is giving you is negativity and you are just super negative, you don't have to be, I literally just learned this like a couple of days ago. I always am like, fuck, I need to be in a positive mood to make positive music to help people out. I'm a positive guy. I'm here to help people with positivity. But funneling emotions to make music, other emotions other than positivity, like negative emotions, like what if you're given, if all your soul, if all the universe, if all God, however you want to look at it, if all it's given you is negativity, then use that negativity. Apparently, whatever it is that's made us and is controlling us and influences us, it wants us to make stuff out of negative emotion. Out of, if you're anger, just, well, then here, hot potato, you're getting my anger now, and it's gonna be, I'm gonna dump it into my music and funnel it into my emotions. But it's actually Leo Skeppy, a podcaster, who was talking about this, and he was saying Stevie Nicks and their biggest album, I forget what it's called. I think it's called...
That's from Fleetwood Mac?
Yeah, Stevie, yeah. So Fleetwood Mac's biggest album, I think it's like, is it Romance or something like that?
Probably the one with that one song on it.
But check this out. He's talking about how every day a lot of them were dating each other, and they even got divorced through the process of making this album. Mm-hmm. And every day they were going in, and different band members of Fleetwood Mac were writing different songs about the other people. So they're getting through breakups and everything. They're being forced to go in the studio, super mad, broken up and everything, and literally having to go and sing the song with them, about talking shit about themselves pretty much. And it's literally the best album they ever made, and one of the best albums of history of all time. And it was made completely out of negative, dark emotion. So if all you're getting is just anger and sadness and depression, go and funnel that into something creative. Please don't let it just sit and fester and destroy yourself, because I'll paralyze myself with those emotions until I realize, oh, God or the universe, these muses, they really just want me to make something with those certain emotions. So you don't have to beat yourself up if you're not positive all the time. Sometimes the universe is just calling for something else.
And once you channel that somewhere, you make more room for positivity.
Right.
You know?
Exactly. Yeah, that's very true. Very true.
Sometimes you got to empty the cup before you fill it back up.
For real,
You know,
touche.
Because some people were born with that, and that's all they attract, because that's all they ever known. They don't know anything. All they know is negative attention.
Right.
You know.
Yep.
That goes into psychology, but
that cup thing reminded me of something Russ said in one of his books. Not LaRussell, but Russ said he's making music, and he was a producer before he was a rapper, and he had so much confidence and faith inside these rappers that had better voices that he even has now, and people who had more potential to go further than he even did. And he was saying they were pouring him and this guy Boogus. They made a label called Diamond, do music every day or nothing, or I think it's what it stands for. But anyways, they had a bunch of people that were around, and they were trying to pour their confidence into their cups. But they realized that every single time you're trying to pour your faith and confidence into someone else's cup, there's always holes in the bottom, and it's just draining out. So if you don't have the confidence and faith in yourself, then it's just like, be careful how much you're trying to give. No matter how much you think that other person can do it, if they don't have that belief,
that's powerful.
You're gonna be
So like the other person, if they're not confident and you're putting confidence in them,
it's just holes in the cup, and it just goes right out, and you'll never be able to. So you really got.
Being an artist is tough, man. Being an artist is tough. You put a lot of pressure on yourself because you make something great, and then you kind of always trying to chase that high.
And real artists are sensitive, and so we're so sensitive that it's just like we can get really beat up. We can beat ourselves up I had to learn the hard way that, hey, you know what? I might make great music that I think's great, but I'm still just starting, and if I don't get any views, that's fine, because I'm learning how to do it, and it's the 10,000 shot theory. You know, you just gotta keep putting them up.
That's how I feel,
whether you make
man.
them or not.
You still show up to the gym.
Yeah, right.
Because you don't want to. It's easier to keep going up than to go back.
Yep, exactly. The trajectory is all it's about, really. If you're
don't even turn around, just keep going forward.
Even if it's baby steps, if you are just doing something in the right direction. That's why I gotta stop smoking weed again. I'm gonna smoke weed until Monday. I'm weird about like, let me smoke this weekend type of thing. I don't know, it's just who I am. But
shit too.
I'm going to. But the wife this time is actually gonna take a 2-week break with me as well. I've been taking my own break. She's doing it with me as well. So it's another thing. She's agreed. To try and view things through my lens. So shout out to my wife. Love you, babe. You've known her longer than I have, actually.
Probably. I think I met her in like 2018, 2019 through another friend.
Yeah.
That's about
good times.
Yeah.
Small world.
It's a real small world, man.
Cheers, man.
Well, anything you want to tell the people?
Besides the show coming out on July 20th, I think a week prior, actually tomorrow, July 4th. I think I'm going to go drop my EP like right now. I'm going to like rush home and put it out there. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
All right,
New
brother.
songs on the way.
OGLazyGo, man. Check out the project. Check out the show.
Thank you.
Hopefully, maybe we'll push this one out a little sooner to help with promotion and stuff for the show.
Yeah.
But, I appreciate all y'all for listening, man. And
much love. Be great.
Yeah, man. Know your substance, baby. You know what it is. Another one for the books.
Thank you, T.
Thank you.
So what's up with the self?